Welcome to Preseason Game 2 Commanders fans. My name is Candy Waller with Bowie Television, and I am joined here this evening live from FedEx Field with Ravens reporter, also from Bowie Television, Karita Parks. Karita, how you feeling this evening?
I'm good. It's the Battle of the Beltway.
Listen, we have to get right on into it because we know that there's a game fast approaching tonight in Landover, Maryland. Karita, so listen, and we're gonna stay professional.
We're gonna try yes.
We're gonna try yes. We're gonna try yes and stay professional because you all know I cover the Commanders. Karita covers the Ravens. But Karita, what are you specifically looking for tonight from the Baltimore Ravens?
For me tonight, I feel with the Ravens, a lot of their positions have really come together already. So it's really an opportunity for guys to impress at this point. First and foremost, what we know is that from the quarterback perspective, we're going to see Josh Johnson for half the game, and we're going to see Anthony Brown Jr. for half the game. So there's still a decision on who will be Lamar Jackson's backup. Tyler Huntley is injured. Personally, I do think that they are leaning towards Tyler Huntley, but this is an opportunity for both guys to show what they're working with for an entire half, which they weren't able to do last preseason game. Also, from a cornerback perspective, there's a long list of injured cornerbacks. So the DB area right there, that kind of needs to be rounded out. So I'm keeping my eye on Ardarius Washington. Actually, he has really stood out to me in camp. So I want to see what he does tonight.
So from a Commander's perspective, I'm still taking a really hard look at the offensive line. As much work as this offense can get going under Coach Eric Bieniemy, the better. Chris Paul, Sadiq Charles at the right guard position, others as well. Definitely going to be taking a hard look at what's going on at that position group. Also, I'm going to be looking at the tight ends.
Yes.
We know that Logan Thomas has still been dealing with an ongoing calf injury. So let's see what the tight ends can get going there. And I'm still, you all know this, a stickler about special teams. So let's see what Kaz Allen does. Let's see who else plays in that kick return, punt returner role. I'm definitely going to be taking a look at that.
Yeah.
Now, Karita, you mentioned just a moment ago about the quarterbacks. Can you talk a bit about the history the Baltimore Ravens are making with having all black quarterbacks?
Yes, so they have 4 black quarterbacks on the roster. But what makes that stat even more powerful is that they have 2 quarterback coaches who are also black. So their entire quarterback group is black, which is a first in NFL history. And I think that says a lot about the Ravens organization. Obviously, they're looking at talent, but to have that diversity and be a representation of that across the NFL, to me, says a lot. I mean, they have always, for the most part, carried black quarterbacks in these past couple of years. But to see that stat, that is something this organization should be very proud of, especially with the issues with diversity across the NFL, especially at a coaching level.
So, Karita, big question, biggest question of the evening, perhaps.
Okay, I think I know
Does
what's
the
coming.
streak end tonight?
I don't think the streak is going to end tonight. I mean, we saw in joint practices, it's a lot of bad blood between this team. Everybody wants to win. And I think the Ravens are going to try to hold on to that streak. And of all the teams, they don't want the Commanders to be the one to break that streak.
Listen, Sam Cosmi has already spoken. He kind of said, who cares about preseason? But we're going to beat the streak. So, like you said, after the very intense and chippy joint practices, expect to see a battle of the Beltway between the Washington Commanders and the Baltimore Ravens tonight. Karita, thank you so much. Look, we don't get a chance to do this. So we had to make sure that we did this together this evening. You all stay tuned and enjoy the game.
Yes.
Awesome game to be a part of. I'm proud of our guys. I thought our guys really fought like crazy, especially our defensive guys. Everybody fought like crazy, but the defense, 45 plays against their first offense in the first half, I thought was just awesome to go out there. Then number of plays in the second half too, so they put a lot of plays in the field, and I thought they were fighting right to the end. That's what you care about. Offense was explosive, made some plays, different guys made their plays. I mean, that play that he made to get that ball out That's one of the best plays you're ever going to see. Of course, Josh was pushing the offense up and down the field, so a lot of great things. Okay, what questions you have?
John, of course, the first losses in preseason since 2015. What does it feel like to have the streak?
Yeah, it's just I'm excited. Think about something like that. I just told our guys, you know, you're proud of it, of course. You know, you appreciate it, but the thing that you're proud of is all those games were mostly just like that. You know, preseason games that people want to write about. Some of you in here want to write about and say they don't mean anything because you never played the game. You never were out there in a preseason game. You never were fighting for a spot on the team. And yet you have the audacity to say that the effort that somebody puts into that to win and fight and win a game like that is meaningless. Tell me it was meaningless out there what you just saw. If you like football, is that a meaningless football game? You know, I can't respect anybody that says that because of the effort these guys put into it. That's what you're proud of. That's why I'm so proud of these guys for the way they fought. It doesn't matter win or loss. It matters the way they went about their business tonight. And I'm proud of them for that always.
Got to see Zay Flowers get in the end zone early. What's it like to be able to see some of the explosiveness you're seeing in practice translate to game?
It was great to see. I mean, just to see that and the way he played and just the offense and just creating plays like that. We did in the run game as well. And then how about a guy like Volko? Going out there and catching those passes and scoring a touchdown. Charlie Kolar stepping up and making the catches. Both quarterbacks played outstanding. Just really happy with all of that.
John, just to kind of go off your answer to Jameson there, I mean, you think about just all the players who were involved over the last 7 years in this organization and somehow finding a way to win. What does that make you think of when you think of this organization and somehow finding continuity even though the roster's changed over?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it's something that it's one of these things you look at and you go, wow, how did that happen? How did something like that take place? It's pretty remarkable. It's, what are the odds? And to say there's no one reason it happens, but it says a lot about a lot of people, a lot of people's effort, a lot of good practice, a lot of good meeting time, a lot of young players working hard to be as good as they can be, a lot of coaches developing those players, scouts finding those players, all those things kind of come into play. But in the end, it's about football and the men and women now who play the game. And it shows you what makes this game so great, why it does matter so much, because it takes those kind of efforts. That's what you have to do. It's a courageous game. It's a game for courageous people, and it's a game for people that are willing to go out there and throw themselves around in really tough, awkward situations. Physicality, it takes that kind of grit to play this game and to fight like that. And I think most people that love football love it for that reason right there. They respect what it takes to play the game. So that's what I feel. That's how I feel about our players. I feel about every player in the National Football League, but I especially feel that way about the Ravens. And the men who play for the Ravens now and the men who play for the Ravens all those other years. I'm really very proud of that part of it.
John, from your perspective, did it seem like the Commanders were very motivated to end the streak?
Yeah, I don't even want to get into all that. I mean, you hear people say what they say, guys say what they say. Obviously it was meaningful to them. I saw them celebrating over there. And put more power to them. Congratulations. They won a hard-fought football game, and they deserved it in the end to celebrate. So they should celebrate.
We'll do the last one with Jeff.
John, do you have any update on Keaton Mitchell?
Yeah, not serious. Not serious. We had no serious injuries in the game, so we're happy with that. Okay, great. Thanks.
They come out there every day and work their tail off. Guys rotating, guys playing different positions, versatile group. We run the ball really well. I'm just happy to be playing quarterback behind those guys. I see it every day in practice, and it translates to the game. And it just gives you confidence to go out there and play your game when you're behind those guys.
Josh, when Zay was on that first drive, I mean, obviously the touchdown play, but just those two catches he made, what kind of shot of life was that to the offense?
I mean, Zay is different, man. So just to see him, do what y'all see every day, we're able to get the ball in his hands early. He's going to be a very exciting player, and obviously whenever his moves are wild, so it's like that every day. So he automatically injects life into the whole team just to see him go out there and just unleash his special talent. I'm excited for the young fella.
Is there something different about this organization that allowed the streak to happen the way it did relative to how other places approach these games?
Yeah, we just grind for it, man. Like I was joking the other day that, you know, I said, well, I did Coach Harbaugh training camp, you know, at my age. And, but, you know, we work every day. Every day we work. And I think that's why from the top to the roster to the bottom of the roster, you see guys go out there and play good football. And, you know, that's a credit to this organization, credit to the coaching staff, you know, credit to the players, because we show up every day with a work mentality, and, you know, it shows up on the field when we go out there and play good football.
Josh, what have you seen from Kylan Wallace through the course of this training camp?
Just a consistent player, do everything, play anywhere coaches need him to, do whatever coaches need.
Did that feel like a preseason game to you?
Nah, just like Coach said, like for us players, we know what this means, like to get an opportunity to go out there and play in the NFL game, and then you know, especially for the young guys, you know, this is once, you know, living out your dream. I was once in that situation before, so you know, the atmosphere was great. Guys was, you know, doing like really getting it out the mud. Honestly, you saw guys playing kickoff, turning right back around, playing defense. You know, we were down the run running back at one point in time. So, you know, like Coach said, I mean, it's just a grind of, you know, guys are pursuing the opportunity. And, you know, for me, I was just, you know, happy to be able to go out there and share the field with those guys, and, you know, see them, all of us try to collectively pull out a win. But unfortunately, we didn't do that.
Josh, you were there when the streak started back in 2000. Does it mean anything for it to end? Does it, you know, is there any emotion from the streak end?
Yeah, we don't like to lose. You know, no player wants to be on the losing side of a football game. It's hard to win in this league, and so, you know, as a team, we don't like to lose. But, you know, it's a part of the process. You know, they did what they had to do at the end of the game. We wasn't going out there with like talking about the streak. We just went out there to play great football, and, you know, and they just came out on the other side today.
Never. Yeah, I was telling some guys that you know, I was close to tying my touchdown record from college in one night in the pro game. So you know, that was cool, but ultimately we lost the game, which stinks. But you know, a lot to learn from, and a long ways to go still.
Where did the touchdown celebration come from?
I don't know where it came from, honestly. I was telling Zay and Charlie and Mark and those guys I didn't know what to do, because they were always harping about doing something after scoring. But I'm not a big celebration guy. I mean, it just kind of came to my head. So I've seen other guys do it, so I just, you know, pulled it out.
Did you know about the streak?
Yeah, I knew about the streak. I think everyone did, and you know, it sucks that it ended, but you know, it's an opportunity to grow and learn from our mistakes on film, and just keep getting better every day.
Travis, what's it like? We see you making catches in practice during the week. What's it like to see that translate into game and get 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, you know, that's something I believe in, is, you know, practice execution is game reality. We've got signs throughout the facility with that. So, you know, I give a lot of credit to my teammates. You know, they really helped me, you know, learn the plays and, you know, execute in practice. And I've got great guys in the tight end room that I can learn from, and just continue to do that. And, you know, like I said, it's awesome, but still a long way to go.
John, just the tight end group obviously is really deep. How have you kind of approached coming into a group that's this deep and you're kind of holding your own?
Yeah, it's, you know, there's a lot of experience, guys in the room, a lot of great guys to learn from. You know, it's Mark and Charlie and Zay and Pat and Ben. You know, all those guys, they've helped out a lot. And, you know, I've kind of embraced coming in and just learning from the experienced guys. You know, I'm an older rookie, I'm 25, so that's different. But, you know, those guys have helped out a lot. And, just taking it day by day and continuing to learn from mistakes and just keep getting better.
You obviously had a good college career, but you weren't drafted. Was that disappointing? Did that kind of give you kind of a chip coming in?
You know, it didn't really bother me. You know, I wanted to be drafted, of course, but you know, just an opportunity is all I could ask for. So I feel like you know, I'm taking advantage of it. Just got to keep working every day and keep learning. And you know, the guys in the tight end room have really helped with that.
Did you dream of catching passes like this in a big Monday night game last year this time?
Yeah, you know, it's kind of funny. I watch a lot of football, and last year, you know, I kind of pictured myself in a game. I knew there was going to be an opportunity, and you know, just it was awesome. But just a lot to learn from and continue to grow.
You think a lot of friends and family are going to be hitting you up tonight?
I'm sure. You know, I'm tired. I'm ready to get on the bus and go home and go to bed. But yeah, just it was awesome. But you know, just got to keep getting better and keep grinding every day.
Have you proved anything like to yourself throughout camp, and I mean tonight especially?
Yeah, I think so. I never really have had doubt in myself or anything. I wouldn't say I'm a cocky guy, but I'm confident in myself and my ability. But it's been awesome to be surrounded by guys who have really helped. Being a first-year guy, you make rookie mistakes and stuff like that, and just having Mark and all those other guys continue to help me and grind every day with those guys, and they've really helped out a lot. So
I know you're in the tight end room, but what do you think about Zay? He looks really good.
Yeah, Zay is a freak. I always joke around with him. I wish I had his speed. I trade my size for his speed. But he's a great dude. Right after that first touchdown, I went over to him. I was like, I want to be like you. So that's what I'm trying to do. But great athlete. I'm happy he's on our team, and he plays really well and really hard.
Back in the game in that last drive, was that just because you would run out other corners at that point?
Yes, sir. Someone had got hurt, and so I had to come in and take a place. Sure.
Was that, did you just get the wind knocked out of you?
Yeah, I just got the wind knocked out of me, nothing major.
Because you've really been battling, since the beginning of the training game. You talk about how you think you're doing, because obviously you've made a lot of plays both in practice and during the game.
I mean, the main thing is just staying consistent. You know what I'm saying? Doing the right things and stuff like that, being in the right situation, right places, and everything like that. But really just staying consistent for me, understanding the calls and everything and what we're doing around. That's the main thing for me. Darius, we've seen you moved all around, outside, inside, safety. How's it been to kind of wear a bunch of different hats on the defense? Just that shows that I can learn. I can do it all. So that's the main thing that it shows to me.
I know you were hurting at the end. Caillou looked like he was limping a little bit. How tough was it as that defensive back group out there towards the end?
It was tough. You know what I'm saying? We was out there grinding. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to win. We trying to go out there and compete. You know what I'm saying? So we didn't really think about, we hurt right now, but we try to dig deep and get the game on right. How is it as a player when you hear people say that these games don't matter? We heard what ours had to say, but how does it feel as a player to hear something? It means a lot. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get a different opponent, so we want to win. You know what I mean? And then some guys like me and other guys on the team, we fight for spots. So it means everything to us.
Darius, can you talk about the atmosphere of those final few minutes, what you were feeling on the field?
It was amazing, man. Wish we came out with a win, but it was a good feeling, you know what I'm saying? You always want to close it. As a defense, I want to close it out, so it's an amazing feeling for sure.
Did the joint practices with the Commanders kind of build anything up or add juice to that competition tonight?
I don't think so.
Did the comments from the Commanders linemen calling the streak stupid with your guys' locker room, did you have any comment on that?
No, sir. They're going to feel how they're going to feel, you know what I mean? So, hey, they came out there, they won tonight, and I tip my hats off to them.
I know it's big plays from Zay all training camp, but to see another rookie like Travis Beaufort come out and make a couple of nice plays, 2 touchdowns, what does it just say about what you can kind of do as a first-year guy in this offense, having been against them every day in training camp?
It shows that he's out there been grinding. He's been working. You know what I'm saying? I actually had forgot. And so he reminded me when he put up that 2. You know what I'm saying? Like letting everybody know that he got 2. So, hey, man, he's been grinding. He's been working hard, for sure.
All right. Person that is involved in these players, coaches alike, definitely means something. It always means something to put your best self out there and try to put a winning product on the field. And for a long time, we've been able to do that. And hopefully we'll just get right back to that this next weekend in Tampa.
Justin, how tight is that fraternity? How tight is that?
I think most guys tend to know each other, or you get to know each other over a period of time. I think it's a really cool part of it's a really cool part of our game that guys genuinely want each other to do well. And that's something that we've always believed here is we want to put the good energy out there. We want guys to do well, and we just want to do better. I think it's a rising tides thing where we want to be, not just a ship on the ocean. We want to be the ocean. You like that? That was pretty good, right? I'll leave it at that.
You were knocking down.
Yeah. That's going to be in my next LP.
Kind of a bar, yeah. Justin, what does it feel like now? I've asked you over the years now about the streak. How does it feel now that the streak is over?
It's definitely strange because it's been talked about so much. It's one of those things that we understand what the preseason means, but every single time we take the field, we want to win and we want to play well. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not necessarily going to be recorded as some, dramatic loss. It's gonna be we lost a preseason game. What really matters is, and I think we all understand, is playing well in the regular season and putting together a winning product. But you practice those habits now. You practice winning habits this time of the year, and they can carry you a long way. So, the streak being over, it's kind of whatever, but. I think everybody that's been involved in any of those preseason games, putting their best foot forward and putting their best product out on the field, I think that's what is important to focus on.
Do you feel like the Commanders, by your perspective, have extra motivated to end the season tonight?
I don't care about their team. I care about ours. I'll leave it at that.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Nice talking. What I had to do. Like I said, I put it right. QB put it right where it's supposed to be, and just got to make it play. So I knew we needed that touchdown. So shout out to everybody for believing in me and making that play.
Before that, you drew a PI. Can you talk about that play?
Yeah, definitely. So obviously, he was trying to take another shot down the field. Like I said, when you hear those opportunities, you got to lock in, especially at the receiver position. With Monk being an OC, he loves throwing the ball down the field. So you got to take advantage of these opportunities. So seeing the ball, I was obviously trying to make a play on it, and got the PI on it.
No secret. There's a lot of competition for that last varsity spot. You were making a lot of plays. What do you think is going to be different for you this year? It seems like
Yeah, definitely. I think just me just trying to actually just locking in. Going through the past 2 years and realizing how the game is played and how it needs to be played. I feel like I'm really trying to lock into paying attention to how it's being played and how fast you need to play. And just obviously this is a big year for me, so I really took that to heart this offseason. And I feel like I prepared really well, and I just coming in, I knew I had to make plays, so I'm just trying to do what I can.
Do you feel like you've put your best foot forward this summer? I mean, obviously a lot of competition at that position, as Cliff said.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I feel like I can always get better, no matter what it is. But I definitely knew going into this offseason and this year, I need to have a great year and just go out there and do what I know I'm capable of. So I'm trying to do the best I can with that.
What is the performance like, tonight, last weekend? Where's that do confidence?
Oh, obviously builds a lot of confidence. Just being out there and the career I had in college and being able to now finally being able, I feel like I'm starting to translate that over into the NFL now. So it helps a lot. Going out there making these plays and just doing what I know I'm able to do.
What adjustments did you make preparing for the season and get you, like you said, ready to showcase more of what you need to showcase?
Yeah, I think I really attacked the offseason differently than what I'm used to doing. I feel like I got a new trainer. I really took it a lot more seriously and knew going into it just the year I needed to have and what I knew I could do. So I think that was the biggest thing for me, and just always, just taking advantage of the opportunities when they're given to me.
Speaking of that, Tylen, a lot of players, you talk about you just want to get the opportunities and so you can make the most of them. Do you feel you've made the most of them, and what's that feel like?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I've taken advantage of the few opportunities that I've gotten so far. Obviously, I think there were more that I could have, capitalized on, but I'm trying to do the best what I can with the opportunities that are given to me, like I was saying. So I feel like I'm trying to do the best I can.
Any relief in not having to answer questions about the streak anymore?
Yeah, no, for sure. Happy that's over. But shout out to them. They played a great game. I feel like we went out there, we fought. But it was gonna happen eventually for sure.